Kia ora, my name is Claire Alley and today I will be taking you through a pick-me-up yoga flow. This is perfect to do at any time of the day. It'll help you brush off the cobwebs and gain more energy. Most importantly, have fun and enjoy your body as you go through today's sequence with me. We'll start today's sequence lying down. Just take your hands to the belly, closing down the eyes. Take a big inhale right the way to the top of your chest. And exhale to sigh out. Okay, big inhale to the top of the chest. Sigh out. And then allow yourself to take 5 conscious breaths. As you breathe, send the exhale all the way to the pit of your belly. And as the breath starts to soften, just notice how the physical body also responds. And gently open your eyes. Draw your right knee into the chest. Cross it over to the opposite side. And you can take your top arm just over the head. Change sides. Left knee draws into the chest. This one's particularly good, especially if you've been in one position all day. So if you've been seated at the desk or driving. And release. Roll over onto one side. Make a little pillow with your forearm. Interlace the peace finger and big toe and extend your leg up towards the ceiling. So if you're feeling quite spacious, perhaps the leg straightens. If not, you may want to bend into the knee, and there's no right or wrong way to do this. Just moving the leg from side to side, opening into the hamstring, into the area around the hip. And release. Take the opposite side. Interlacing peace finger and big toe, leg extends. Check in with your breath. Can you slow it down? And release. Coming onto the belly. Make your way onto your hands and knees. As you inhale, draw the shoulder heads back, sit bones go high to the ceiling, and then pressing through the palms around through the spine. So you want to time this with your breath. The inhale breath, you open, and the exhale breath, you close. You begin to freestyle the movement, maybe taking the sit bones back to the heels, the shoulders forward of the wrists, or making sideways C shapes through the spine. We'll take 5 more rounds of breath. Just intuitively taking the body wherever it wants to go. Closing down your eyes and drawing your awareness inwards. How are you feeling today? How are you feeling in this moment right now? The yoga mat is one of the perfect places to give yourself a wee check-in. into downward dog. Just begin by paddling out the feet, shaking your hips out from side to side. Bend into the knees as much as you need to here. Take a big inhale to the top of your chest. And an exhale to sigh out. Come onto the balls of the feet. Roll yourself into a plank pose. Hold here for a moment. Lift the hips a little bit higher than you think they need to be. Push the floor away from you. Lower your knees down. Lower your belly all the way down. Give the hips a wee shake. Hands come underneath shoulders. Inhale, breath. Lift the chest. Shoulders draw back. Come onto your forearms if you feel like you don't have quite enough space here. And gently lower. Palms come underneath shoulders. Extend back, downward dog. Right leg lifts. Bend into your knee. Feel the opening of your hip here. Right knee draws towards right palm. Lizard pose. Option to come up onto the fingertips. And then we begin to move with the breath. So the inhale breath lifts you forward, and the exhale breath sends you back. See if you can begin to deepen your breath and just really tune into the quality of your breath. How are you breathing? Can you match the movement and breath together? There's a particular point that feels quite good. Perhaps you want to stay there and lean a little bit further in. Step back, downward dog. Opposite side. Left leg lifts. Again, bending into the knee. Left knee draws towards left wrist. Step your foot beside your left palm. Come up onto the fingertips. And again, just taking your weight backwards and forwards. And then we begin to move with the breath. The inhale breath draws you forward. The exhale breath glides the hips back. Step back, downward dog. Coming onto the balls of the feet, rolling yourself back into plank pose. This time left palm comes to the center of the mat. Roll onto the outside edge of the left foot. Take your right arm up over the head. So option 1, you stay here. Option 2, lower the inside knee down. And what we're wanting to get is a opening through the side body. Turn your gaze up towards the ceiling. Press down through the edge of your back foot. Reach through the front fingertips. And release, taking the opposite side. So option 1, you lower the inside knee down. Again, you're really wanting to breathe into your side body. Option 2, step the leg up, so both legs are taking flight. And release. Coming back to downward dog. Walk your feet up towards your hands. And gently just swaying your weight from side to side. Bend into the knees as much as you need. Take a big inhale to the top of your chest. And exhale to sigh out. Interlace the hands behind you. Draw the shoulder blades together. And release. Slowly rise up to stand. Shoulders draw up to ears. Roll them back behind you. and step forward to the front of the mat. We'll go through 3 sun salutations just to get the body moving. See if you can match your breath and movement together. If not, just start to breathe at your own organic pace of breath. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, breath forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift, hands come to the shins. Exhale, breath, plant your palms, step back, take plank pose. Lower your knees down, lower the belly all the way down. Inhale to lift up the chest, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, breath, extend back, take downward dog. Raise your ankles, bend your knees, jump or step to the top of the mat. Inhale, breath, take a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend into your knees, press through your feet. Inhale, the arms come up over the head. And hands draw to heart center. Pause, take a breath. Let your face soften. Inhale, the arms rise. Exhale, breath, forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Plant the palms down, step the feet back, plank pose. Lower your knees down, lower your belly all the way. Inhale, breath, lift up the chest, shoulders draw back. Exhale, extend back, downward dog. Raise the ankles, bend the knees, jump or step to the top of the mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend into your knees, claw through your feet. Inhale, breath, the arms rise. And exhale, hands draw to heart center. Take one hand to heart, one hand to belly. Pause, take a breath. Last round. Inhale, the arms rise. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Hands drop down, step back, plank pose. Lower your knees, lower the belly all the way. Inhale, breath, lift up the shoulders. Exhale, extend back, downward dog. Pause for a breath. And raise the ankles, bend the knees, jump or step to the top of the mat. Inhale, hands come to the shins, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend into your knees, press through your feet. Sweep the arms up high. Hands draw through heart center. One hand to heart, one hand to belly. Take a breath. Take a big inhale to into the nose. And this time sigh out through the mouth. Let the muscles of the face relax. Let the shoulders drop. Take the legs out wide. Moving on this time, we take the legs out wide. Arms reach up high. And then making your way forward, wide-legged forward fold. Just let the weight dangle. Bring your weight actually into the balls of your feet. That will help open up the back of your legs. Lightly bend into one knee and then the other. And just have a wee play with your distribution of weight. Perhaps you lift your chest forward and draw the shoulders back. Perhaps you deep bend into one knee and straighten out one leg. So again, no right or wrong way to move here. Hands come to the hips, slowly rise all the way up to stand. Take the arms up over the head, shake out the hips. And release. We'll take our front foot, or yeah, for me it's my left foot, and face it towards the front of the mat. Arms come out wide. Straighten through your front leg, reach the fingertips forward, hand comes to the inside of the front leg. So it might come down to the mat, it might come to the shin, to the ankle. Options A, keep this top arm lifted or reach it back behind you. Perhaps you gently just touch the front of the top of your thigh. Keep the breath flowing. And slowly rise back up, opposite side. You might want to adjust your back foot a little bit. I know I like to have mine a little bit wider. And release. Coming back up to stand. Just give yourself a wee shake. Shake out any last little cobwebs. If you've had a bit of a crazy day, shake out the crazy. And take a big inhale, reach the arms up over the head. Plant the feet strong. One hand to heart, one hand to belly. Press through the edges of your feet and feel your weight connected to the earth. One last big inhale into the top of the chest. And sigh out. Coming down to take a seat. We have one final last pose before we finish today's sequence. Going to lie down on your back, soles of the feet to the mat, press the hips up towards the ceiling, interlace the hands behind you. See if you can use the legs, so you'll be using your glutes here, but you don't want the whole weight of the pose coming from your glutes. So see if you can use your feet, use your legs. And bring yourself all the way down. Let the knees knock in a moment. Bring them into the chest, give yourself a squeeze. And then set yourself up for our final relaxation. This might be Shavasana, come to lie down on the mat, or you may want to come into a seated meditation. I'll leave you guys here to close the practice in whichever way you like. Thank you so much for joining me.